Welcome into the Ravens Rundown, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. So glad to have you with us as we get you ready for the Ravens and Saints game on Monday night. We have an updated Ravens injury report. We'll tell you the latest in regards to Mark Andrews and Gus Edwards coming up in just one moment. Before we get to that, though, if you want the Ravens to win on Monday night, I need you to smash the like button. What I've been told, it's scientifically proven that the Ravens are more likely to win if you like today's video. So why even risk it? Why jinx it? Go ahead and smash that like button if you want to see a Ravens win and send good vibes to your Baltimore Ravens. Hit that like button, and we'll get started with today's show. The injury bug for this Ravens team has been a constant theme for 2 seasons now, and it's not getting any better, it would seem, as a new update in regards to Mark Andrews shows that due to the knee and shoulder injuries that he's dealing with, he hasn't practiced all week, and therefore he's listed as doubtful for Monday night's game against the New Orleans Saints. Now, there is something to think about that the Ravens did have kind of a mini bye week of sorts, playing on Thursday night and then having a Monday game here. So there is a little bit of extra time potentially, but more than likely that won't be enough for Mark Andrews to return to the field in time for Monday's game. Now, what's interesting about Mark Andrews is that although he's dealt with some injuries here and there this season and in his career, we've never seen him actually miss a game due to injuries. He's missed games in the past, maybe if he sat out due to the Ravens in their playoff hopes, trying to rest him, whatever, for the postseason, but never due to injury. So for a guy that's been so reliable, it's crazy to think that Mark Andrews potentially won't be around. And now that means that Isaiah Likely is going to have to step up big time. He had the best game of his career against Tampa Bay with a career highs in both receiving yards, and touchdowns. But now the young rookie tight end is going to have to assume a big role with Mark Andrews gone. No Rashod Bateman, remember, he's out for the rest of the season as well here. This is going to be very interesting. Some uncharted waters for the Baltimore Ravens coming up on Monday night with not having Mark Andrews, and where does this offense go from here? So, what's your confidence level for the Ravens without Mark Andrews? It's one thing to be without Rashod Bateman. It's another to be without Mark Andrews, the team's leading receiver, the guy that's been so reliable for quite some time. What's your confidence level? How can this Ravens team do without him? You think they're going to be fine? If so, type Y for yes. If not, that's okay. You can be honest with me. Type in for no. Let me know in the comments section below. You might get an ad break. If so, take advantage of it. Get your votes in. Y for yes, in for no. Now, Mark Andrews is not the only Ravens offensive weapon that has not practiced this week. Gus Edwards also dealing with a hamstring injury, and he is also listed as doubtful for Monday's game. And in the case of Gus Edwards, remember, he just got back onto the football field after missing all of last season. He had come out looking really good with 27 carries for 131 yards and 2 touchdowns, and was really starting to emerge, and his numbers were even better than JK Dobbins when JK Dobbins came back. Of course, you got Dobbins out, Edwards likely not going to play, Bateman's out for the year, and Mark Andrews likely not going to play here. I mean, who's Lamar Jackson got at this point? I mean, this is not looking very good for this Ravens team on the injury front here. And for Gus Edwards, you got to feel for a guy like this that had taken so many steps forward in the right direction to get back in the football field, and then it's 2 steps back as he's injured and he's off the football field again. This team finds themselves right in the thick of the playoff contention, right? They're leading the AFC North, and when you look past the Bills and the Chiefs, the Ravens are right there. And this team got aggressive with the moves that they made at the trade deadline, right? Bringing in Roquan Smith, this team was going all in, and now the injuries continue to pile up. Now it's time for Kenyon Drake to step up for this Ravens team. What will Kenyon Drake do without the top 2 running backs involved? Now, I'll say this about Kenyon Drake. We've seen this year, there's only been one Ravens running back that's had a 100-yard rushing game. That was Kenyon Drake. So, will he step up for the Ravens, filling in the void at the running back position with no Gus Edwards, with no JK Dobbins, and offensively with most likely not having Mark Andrews and Rashod Bateman out? Is Kenyon Drake going to be the guy to get the job done for this Ravens team? I think he's going to step up. He kind of has to step up for this Ravens team. If you agree with me that Kenyon Drake's going to step up to the plate and have a good game on Monday night, type T for true. If not, type F for false. Let me know if you believe in Kenyon Drake. T for true, F for false, if Kenyon Drake will step up. Join us on Monday night for our first ever Ravens Rundown watch party right here on the channel, as we will do a little pregame show, then react to the game in real time. We might have a few drinks on hand as well, and it is going to be like nothing you have ever seen before, folks. We'll get started about 7:45 Eastern time, about 30 minutes before kickoff, and then, of course, have the game coverage at 8:15. It's going to be me. I'm going to be joined by Trace Gerard, Saints fan extraordinaire. Should be a fun back and forth between me and Trace, and it's a big day for this channel to have our first ever watch party. You will not want to miss out on this. This is going to be such a unique time. Join us Monday night, Ravens-Saints watch party, beginning at 7:45 Eastern, right here on the Ravens Rundown. Best part about it, it's free, okay? Great second screen experience. Whether you can watch the game or not, make sure you're with us on Monday night for our Ravens watch party. A couple more Ravens that are questionable for Monday's game. Malik Harrison at linebacker has an injured foot. Meanwhile, Patrick Mekari dealing with a back injury. Marcus Peters with a quad injury, and then there's Demarcus Robinson with a groin injury, and that would put the Ravens back another receiver on top of what we've already talked about with Mark Andrews and Rashod Bateman not in the fold too. So it's going to be all hands on deck to try to beat this New Orleans Saints team on Monday night with where the Ravens are at with these injury issues. And if they can find a way to come up with a win here and stay away from injuries, that'd be big. I mean, you're just hoping at this point for Monday night to come out with a win and come out alive right now, because this is just really bad where the injuries are stacking up for this team. If you made it to the end of today's video, that makes you a real one. We appreciate you joining us. We would not be able to do this show without you. If you made it to the end, spam flock in the comments section. Show yourselves out, get loud, get proud, and we'll see you next time. Join us for our Ravens Watch Party on Monday night. We'll see you then. Thanks for joining us.